Before we begin, take a breath with me, just to be here, fully present, for this moment. Welcome to this channel. Here, we're not trying to become perfect, but to better understand ourselves. Before we begin, a gentle reminder. This content is intended for educational and reflective purposes only. It is not medical, psychological, or legal advice and should not replace professional care or support. Today, I want to talk about emotional overload. Not the kind that arrives all at once, but the kind that builds quietly. The kind that accumulates over months and years. The kind that many people carry without realizing how heavy it has become. Perhaps you've experienced something similar. Life looks manageable from the outside. You continue meeting responsibilities. You continue showing up for work, family, and daily obligations. You continue doing what needs to be done. Yet, somewhere beneath the surface, you feel tired. Not simply physically tired, but emotionally tired. A kind of fatigue that rest alone doesn't always seem to resolve. Many people respond to this experience by asking, "What's wrong with me? Why am I struggling when everything seems fine? Why do I feel overwhelmed, but things used to handle easily?" These are understandable questions. But sometimes another question is worth asking. What if you have simply been carrying more than you realize? Emotional overload rarely begins with one dramatic event. Most often, it develops gradually. More responsibility at a time. One disappointment at a time. One difficult conversation at a time. One postponed need at a time. Many people become so focused on managing daily life that they stop noticing how much emotional weight they are carrying. They become the reliable one, the responsible one, the person who keeps everything moving, the person others depend on. And while these qualities can be admirable, they can also come with a hidden cost. Over time, some people become disconnected from their own needs. They become experts at noticing everyone else's feelings while overlooking their own. They learn how to support others, how to adapt, how to accommodate, how to avoid conflict, how to keep things running smoothly. But they rarely stop to ask themselves, how am I doing? What do I need? What have I been carrying that I haven't acknowledged? This is where emotional overload often becomes so difficult to recognize. Because from the outside, life may appear successful and functional. Yet internally, a person may feel stretched thin. Not because they are weak, not because they are failing, not because they have been operating at full capacity for far too long. One of the most common patterns I see is this. Many people believe they must earn their worth through usefulness. They feel valuable when they are helping, when they are solving problems, when they are supporting others, when they are needed. And while there's nothing wrong with helping others, problems can arise when a person's entire sense of value depends on constantly giving. Eventually, giving becomes exhausting, not because kindness is wrong, but because kindness without balance can become depletion. Human beings need more than responsibility. We need rest. We need connection. We need understanding. We need space to exist without constantly proving our value. Yet many people struggle to give themselves permission to receive these things. They continue pushing forward, continue carrying more, continue telling themselves they can handle it, and often they can. Until one day they realize they are no longer thriving. They are simply enduring. This is why emotional overload deserves attention, not because it means something is wrong with you, but because it may be inviting you to slow down long enough to notice what has been overlooked. Perhaps there are emotions that need acknowledgement. Perhaps there are needs that have been postponed. Perhaps there are expectations that have become too heavy to carry alone. Awareness does not solve everything immediately, but it often changes the relationship we have with our experience. The moment we stop fighting ourselves, we create space for understanding. The moment we stop pretending everything's fine, we create space for honesty. The moment we stop measuring our worth solely by what we do for others, we create space for balance. This doesn't mean abandoning responsibility. It doesn't mean becoming selfish. It simply means recognizing that your well-being matters too, that your needs deserve attention too, that caring for yourself is not a betrayal of others. It is part of being human. If you recognize yourself in today's message, I hope you'll remember this. Feeling emotionally exhausted does not mean you are weak. It may simply mean you have been carrying more than you were meant to carry alone. And sometimes, meaningful change begins with something surprisingly simple. Tell yourself the truth about how you feel. Not judging it, not fixing it, just acknowledging it. If this message resonated with you, consider liking this video, sharing it with someone, and leaving a comment below. Your experiences matter. Your voice matters. And your presence helps create a space where people can reflect honestly on what it means to live well in a demanding world. Thank you for being here. And until next time, may you find moments of clarity, balance, and peace within yourself.